What could possibly drive two rising stars to rush into marriage? Right in the middle of their skyrocketing careers? The news has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Byeon Seok and Kim Hye-yoon are officially tying the knot this June. But behind the smiles and sweet photos lies a decision no one saw coming. What is the real reason? What are they hiding? Let's find out, only on Red Carpet Revealed. Are they serious? That was the first question flooding fan forums, news headlines, social media platforms across South Korea and beyond when the unexpected announcement dropped. Byeon Seok and Kim Hye-yoon are getting married. Not in a year, not after a slow-burn engagement. But this June. No one saw it coming. No rumors, no cryptic posts, no vague management statements. Just one sudden press release, followed by silence, and then chaos. The announcement that broke the internet. On a quiet Monday morning, fans awoke to a bombshell. Byeon Seok's agency released a short but direct statement. We are pleased to confirm that actor Byeon Seok will marry actress Kim Hye-yoon this coming June in a private ceremony. Further details will not be disclosed out of respect for the couple's privacy. Kim Hye-yoon's agency posted something nearly identical just 10 minutes later. No photos, no sweet caption, just cold, corporate clarity. And just like that, the internet exploded. Within minutes, the hashtags #Wooseok Hye-yoon wedding, #June surprise, and #Is this real were trending in both Korean and English. For fans who had followed their careers separately, and together, this wasn't just news. It was a shock to the system, a relationship hidden in plain sight. While many were reeling from the news, some diehard fans had a different reaction. We knew something was going on. The clues had always been there, they claimed. The way Seok looked at her during interviews, the subtle hand brushes during fan meetings, the unusual warmth in their on-screen chemistry, especially during their wildly popular drama Time of Our Lives. There were stories, too, unconfirmed, quietly dismissed. A dispatch photo from last autumn showing two shadowy figures walking hand in hand near the Han River. Anonymous tip on a gossip forum saying they had been seen at a countryside guest house together during Chuseok. Staff members leaked text message that simply read, "They're dating." Trust me, but fans didn't expect this. Not an engagement, and certainly not a wedding, barely weeks away. Behind the scenes, a whirlwind romance or something deeper? How did it happen? When did it start? And why the rush? Insiders have begun to talk, carefully, cautiously. One production crew member from Time of Our Lives revealed, they were very professional, but there were days when they'd arrive on set together, even though they didn't have scenes. There was a different energy around them, something quiet but undeniable. Another stylist who worked with both actors on a fashion shoot in late 2024 said, he couldn't take his eyes off her. He watched her between takes. At first, we joked about it. But then, she started doing the same. It was obvious to everyone. Still, these accounts point to a romance that began at least 6 months ago. That timeline begs the biggest question, why now? The shocking twist, the medical revelation. According to multiple reports from unnamed industry sources, the real reason for the sudden wedding is far more personal, and painful, than fans could have imagined. A former entertainment columnist who now runs a popular YouTube channel claimed, there's been talk of a health-related issue. Not necessarily either of them, but someone very close. This marriage isn't just about love, it's about support, urgency, and standing by each other no matter what happens. Other speculations went even further. Some believe Kim Hye-yoon may have recently faced a private family health emergency, and Seok's unwavering presence during that time sealed their bond. Others say that one of the actors received unexpected medical news themselves, leading to a reevaluation of what really mattered in life. The theories remain unconfirmed, but the emotional undertones are powerful, and fans are sensing it. Public reaction, a mix of joy, shock, and concern. Fans around the world have responded with a cocktail of emotions. Comments on Instagram ranged from "I'm crying happy tears" to "please tell me this isn't because of something sad." One fan tweeted, "If this is a love story forged through pain and healing, I support it 100%, but I hope they're okay." Others were more skeptical. Some accused the agencies of covering up a scandal. Others wondered whether this was a PR move gone wrong, or a way to distract from something deeper. A lack of details only fueled the storm. What we know about the wedding so far, very little has been revealed, and both agencies are guarding the details like state secrets. Still, sources say, the wedding will be held in Seoul at a luxurious but private venue. Only family and closest friends will attend, no media, no red carpet. There will be no pre-wedding photoshoot or official press conference. It's going to be small, intimate, and meaningful, said one stylist who has worked with the couple. That's all they wanted. It was during episode 9 of Time of Our Lives, the now iconic cafe confession scene. The air was thick with unscripted emotion, and even the director was taken aback by the intensity in Woo-seok's voice and the tremble in Hye-yoon's hands. Cut, the director finally said, but were they acting? A crew member reportedly asked. That one moment began a quiet shift. Rehearsals that lingered longer than necessary, to shared late-night script readings, the boundary between character and reality blurred, and once the cameras stopped rolling, the connection didn't. The secret getaways that spoke volumes. Multiple insiders confirmed what fans had long speculated: Woo-seok and Hye-yoon had been taking secret getaways for months. The most notable, a remote hangak stay in Jeonju, where a guest house owner claimed a tall, soft-spoken man and petite woman spent a weekend away from the city. A quiet New Year's Eve dinner in Busan. Featured only in grainy, unverified photos showing them under hoodies, walking along the Hyundai beach. A spring hike in Seok, where an anonymous fan claimed the pair posed for a picture before realizing someone recognized them and quickly disappeared. They were careful. They never touched in public, never posted the same background, but they were there, together. The moment that changed everything, according to a close friend of Woo-seok's, who spoke under the condition of anonymity. Everything changed after an emotional night in April. She received news about someone in her family. It was serious. She was devastated. Woo-seok cancelled all his schedules and stayed by her side for 4 days straight. That was when she knew. And that's when he said it: let's not wait anymore. Whether or not the health scare was life-threatening, it reminded both of them that life could change in an instant. For a couple who had been hiding in the shadows for so long, the idea of continuing to delay what they truly wanted seemed unbearable. A proposal no one saw coming. Sources say the proposal wasn't grand, it wasn't even planned. It happened at Kim Hye-yoon's apartment. During one of their quiet nights watching old movies and eating takeout, Woo-seok reportedly looked over at her, tears brimming in his eyes, and said, "I can't promise a perfect future, but I can promise that I'll stand beside you through everything. Will you marry me?" Now, no ring. No cameras. Just two people choosing each other in the middle of chaos. She said yes, and 2 days later, their respective agencies were informed. Family reactions: support trapped in shock. First, both families were reportedly surprised, not by the love, but by the timing. "It's too fast," one family member allegedly said. "If it's what you want, we'll stand by you." Kim Hye-yoon's younger brother posted a cryptic Instagram story the night after the announcement with a single line, "I'm glad she's smiling." That was all it took to calm 1,000 worried fans. Industry buzz: what does this mean for their careers? Such a sudden marriage. Industry insiders began speculating about the professional consequences. Would they lose endorsements? Would ongoing drama contracts be affected? Would their images suffer in a market that still idealizes single, available celebrities? But those close to the couple say they've already discussed everything in painful detail. They're ready to accept whatever comes. A production manager who worked with both: "This isn't about fame anymore. It's about life. Private wedding, but a message for the public." Although the wedding will remain closed to media, the couple has reportedly agreed to share a single photo after the ceremony, a gesture for the fans who stood by them through their most silent days. The ceremony will be held at the Shilla Seoul, the most exclusive venues in the country. The couple has opted for a sunset garden ceremony, with only 50 guests in attendance, including family, a few trusted friends, and the director of Time of Our Lives, who was reportedly the first industry peer to learn about their relationship. What the future holds. After the wedding, the couple plans to take a brief honeymoon overseas, possibly to Switzerland, a destination Hye-yoon mentioned in a 2023 interview as her dream escape. They will then return to Seoul and resume their careers separately, at least for the time being. However, rumors are already circulating about a possible joint film project in early 2026. One source close to their agency said, "They're not leaving the spotlight, but they're finally stepping into it, together." Fans react, "This is the love story we all needed." While initial reactions were filled with shock and disbelief, the narrative has slowly shifted. Fan letters, online posts, and even fan art have poured in with overwhelming support. "I've watched them grow as artists. Now I get to watch them grow as a couple. Love like this isn't rushed, it's urgent. And beautiful. They chose each other. That's the only story that matters." The final word, a love worth the risk. Not every love story comes with fanfare and glitter. Some are quiet, steady, and forged in hardship. Hye-yoon Seok and Kim Hye-yoon didn't plan to fall in love. But when life handed them something bigger than fame, they chose each other, and did so boldly. So when they walk down the aisle this June, there won't be millions watching through a screen. But somewhere beyond the velvet curtains, will be smiling, whispering a simple truth: they made it. And somehow, that's the happiest ending.